Okay guys, we're in our science right now at the end of the day, still studying energy sources. We're looking at renewable energy sources today: sun, wind, water. Don't run out. They will renew themselves. Okay, so your paper looks like this. So if you'll have that out, page 83, and then we'll do the back 84 today. Okay, so let's read that together. It says, the title is Energy from Sun, Wind, and Water. Solar energy is energy from the sun. For thousands of years, people have used the sun's light and heat. They have warmed their homes with solar energy. They have heated water, grown plants in the winter, and started a fire. More recently, people have changed solar energy into electricity. And the first box says that this satellite uses solar panels to change sunlight into electricity. I know I have solar panels on my roof, and many of you probably have solar panels on your roofs, or you have seen solar panels on other buildings. And then the calculator, it says the small solar panel on this calculator changes the sun's energy into electricity. So when the sunlight shines on that, it causes the calculator to work. And then you see solar collectors gathering the sun's heat to run electric generators. And at the bottom it says solar energy can be collected as long as the sun shines. When it is dark or cloudy, the solar energy then can be stored in a battery. Okay, next page. You see in the blue box something similar to this. We're talking the use of wind energy. Almost everything on Earth depends on the sun as its source of energy. Heat from the sun causes wind to blow, we've talked about that, and turn these wind turbine blades. Wind generators in the turbines then change the wind energy into electricity. Now here is a picture of a hydroelectric dam. Hydro means water, like hydrate yourself, drink water. In your green box it says the sun, of course, causes the rain clouds to form through evaporation. When it rains, water fills the streams and rivers. The water can rush downhill until it reaches a dam. We call this a dam. It's holding back the water, the reservoir. The water collects in a lake behind the dam, and then the water energy occurs when water is released from the dam. I'll show you how that works here. So it says draw an arrow to show how the water flows. So from the reservoir, when they open the gate here, called a penstock, the water begins to rush in, and it turns the little paddles called turbine, which causes the generator to work, and then the water just flows to the river and recycles. Well, when this begins to turn, causing the giving electricity, or causing the generator to operate, to turn, sending electrical currents through the power lines to houses, buildings, whatever. A lot of this now is done underground, but we can still see some power lines, can't we? So those are power lines. This is the generator. Some of you guys, I know Zach has a generator in case you lose power. Some people might have a generator in their house, which would then be able to keep your lights, refrigerator running, and things like that. Keep the electricity coming to your home. So you have a reservoir or lake, you've got the dam, this is the penstock, releasing the water in a little at a time, causing the turbine to turn, much like these are turbines turning, causing the generator, which you can't see here, to operate the power lines. So this is hydroelectricity, this is, of course, wind energy, and solar energy. So it says the sun, wind, and water are good sources of energy. Why? Unlike fossil fuels, they will not run out. Scientists try to make these sources less costly because they want these to be available for anybody to be able to afford. Now, on the bottom of your paper, they don't give you lines, but it says, what are 3 kinds of energy that are changed into electricity? So right underneath number 1, why don't you just write solar energy, wind energy, water energy? So you can write solar energy, I'm sorry, I should have put a space, comma, wind energy, water energy. You can pause in order to be able to do that. There should have been a little space between those words. Solar energy, comma, wind energy, and water energy. Sun, solar, wind, water, energy for each of those. Then the next question, how do you use electricity in your school? Well, answers could vary, but we use it for lights, right? How about computer? How about pencil sharpener? If you don't spell something correctly, that's okay, as long as you know what you're writing. How about the smart board? Trying to help you see it. Sometimes when we play a tape or a CD on the little boombox thing, you can think of others maybe. The last question is, what can you do to save energy? Well, should we keep the lights on all the time? No. Right now in my house, the only light is on is one light right here. So turn off lights. And TV, you're not using it, right? Turn off lights and TV. And how about your toaster, things like that? Those are appliances. So turn off anything that uses electricity when you're not using it, right? So those would all be good answers. I'll let you pause, get those written down. And what we're doing tomorrow is we are doing the Chapter 5 review test, okay? And we'll go ahead and do that together. It's just going to be the last couple pages, okay, in your science. You won't have a separate test like you would if you were at school. Okay, so make sure you've got all of that, and we will continue tomorrow, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.